I'm going to present a PPT, all right, and explain the contents along with it, right? Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so what is etiquette? You all know what is etiquette. Everybody knows that, right? So even if you know, I'm going to tell that to you one more time. It is, as I told you before, is the science of living. It's the art of living. It embraces everything. It's ethics and honor. Now you must be wondering that why do you need science for life? Of course you need. You need science for life. You need the art of living. You need that, right? The way you sit, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you eat. You can sleep the way you want. You can snore the way you want. Nobody's going to say anything about that. But then the way you eat, the way you walk, the way you sneeze, that really makes a lot of difference. Okay, everybody? Right? So yes, we do need etiquette in our lives. Now, what do we have? These are very, very familiar words, aren't they? Thank you. I'm sorry. Please. They are the three magic words you have learned when you were in kindergarten, right? Okay? And those three words, they should be imbibed in your heart, in your mind, in your soul. Use them at every step of your life. And use them with a smile. Always. That happiness quotient on your face should never fade away. It should always be there. You should have a smile. Thank you. Please. I'm sorry. Use these words. They are very, very important. That can make someone happy, right? As I always say, class 6 children, they know, right? I always say, always be a reason for somebody's happiness. Never be a reason for somebody's tears. Don't make anybody cry, isn't it? You should always strive for best, correct? So thank you, especially thank you. Now, so every single day we are having online deliveries, aren't we? Take some time, put on a mask, but take some time to thank the person who comes and delivers at your door. Do that. All right? Please do it. It will be very, very nice. Use the word I'm sorry. Be accountable for your mistakes. Acknowledge them. And sorry. That is a wonderful word. It makes you a better person. Use that. And please, of course, who doesn't know about please? It's a wonderful word again. Use them. You know what? You know what? Now we know that there are three magic words, but the magic portion also includes some other words. What are those? You want to know? I'll tell you. First one, pardon me, or I beg your pardon, or just a simple pardon is very, very important. This is simple, a small example I'll tell you. Suppose we are having an online class or maybe an offline class. What happens is a teacher is explaining you something and you're not able to understand. What's the first reaction? And what is what we generally hear? That is a no-no. Don't do that. That W-H-A-T, that what, it has to go as far as possible from you, all right? You're going to use the word pardon me, or I beg your pardon, ma'am. I beg your pardon, sir. Please use this word. It is much decent and it is courteous to use pardon me, right? No what at all, okay? Now, excuse me. That is again a magical word. Use excuse me as much as possible, right? Just don't barge into something. Don't barge into a room. Don't barge into anything without using this word, okay? And see, the minion over there says, excuse me. There you go. Be a minion and use it, okay? Next, may I. It is again a very respectful, 2 words, right?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, yes, please.
Which video is this for?
I beg your pardon.
Which grade is this for?
This is for everybody. Magic words, courtesy, etiquette is for everyone. Okay? Can I see a thumbs up? Come on, kids. Can I see a thumbs up? There you go. All right. You need to wait. We'll have a Q&A in the end of the session. All right? Okay. Let's get back to where we were. Okay? Now, okay, there you go. So, may I use that? Can I? Not much. May I is what you should be using. All right. Now, this is something I really want to talk about here. Okay. Now, somebody asked which grade is for. You must be thinking, why? I am in class 6, 7, 8. Why do we need to know about the magic words? The magic words should be there with you forever. I'm telling you, I am 38 years old. I still use the magic words. You guys are pretty young. Use them. All right. Now, let's come to phone etiquette. Most of the things we do nowadays are on phone, right? Okay. The usage of mobile phones or telephonic conversations have increased so much. We should know how to talk on phone, what to say, when to say, how much perceptive we should be. That is important. Now, let's see how you're going to go about it. When we talk about phone etiquette, is the courtesy you show on phone when you receive a call or you make a call. Correct? Here are the 5 phone etiquette. First, be polite. Always, always, always be polite. Right? The other person on the line, you don't know what the person is going through or what the person had been through, right? During the day or maybe the week or the month or whatever. Be polite. Be generous on phone. Right? Okay. I am going to quote an example today. The experience here, I did it today. You know what happened? I'll tell you. I got a call around 12 and it was from one of the, these delivery guys, right? I was busy working. I was really swamped with work. And he called me. He asked about a certain code. I gave it to him. Then again, he called me about a second code. And then I shouted at him. I was like, why are you calling me for the same thing over and over again? And he did not say anything. He just said, okay, ma'am, I'm sorry. And he hung up. Then I realized that I was wrong on my part. I shouldn't have scolded at him. I mean, I shouldn't have shouted at him. I shouldn't have been rude. I called him back again and I apologized for my behavior. I did that and this really happened with me today. I apologized. I said, sorry, I have never met that fellow and I'll never meet him ever in my life. We don't know each other. But saying sorry made his day. Saying sorry made me feel good about myself. Be polite. What I did today, do not do that. Be polite. I apologize for my rudeness. If you do that ever, say sorry. Okay? Next, prepared. When you give a call to somebody, right, you should be prepared with your speech. What do you want to say? You should be prepared with the content. Okay? Phone मिला के फिर सोच रहे हाँ ये बोलना था अरे वो बोलना था अरे रुको अभी बताता हूँ. No. Be prepared. That's how professionals do that. You want to yap to your friends? You can call anytime and yap. That's all right. But then, when you are talking to your teachers, you're talking to maybe, anybody at a professional level. All right. To the point. Always be to the point. Okay? Next, perceptive. सामने वाला आपको क्या बोल रहा है आपको perceive करना चाहिए. मैं अपना ही बोलता रहूंगा is not going to work. Okay? Be perceptive. Listen to others. Okay? Listen to what they have to say. Right? Next, cooperative. Especially this is very important now. We have so many we have pepper fry coming to our doorsteps every single day. Be cooperative. Be cooperative with those delivery boys, the Zomato, the Swiggy fellows. Be cooperative with them. Okay? Now, these are few phrasal verbs. Now here, most of the phrasal verbs you might be knowing, but few if you don't know, I'm going to run you through this. Okay? First of all, cut off. You all can see that, I suppose. Now, what is cut off? When the telephone becomes the technical problem, the glitch. That time? Okay. Now, are you able to hear me now? I hope you are.
Excuse me, ma'am, there is someone because of that person when he or she is unmuting, the voice is echoing.
I thought as much. This is a request to everybody. Now, the first one is cut off. If there is any technical glitch, the line cuts off. Right? We say There's a cutoff. Okay, we use this phrase, cut off. Get through. Get through is when you want to reach to somebody. I couldn't get through her. Oh yeah, I got through her. So we can use both the ways. Hang on. Hang on is wait for a short while. Suppose you want to give a number to somebody and you say, just hang on, hang on for a minute or hang on for a while. You can say that, right? Pick up. Pick up is to answer the phone. Pick up and answer the phone is redundant. Class 6, you know, I suppose, what redundancy is, right? We've done that. So you pick up is picking up and answering. The whole thing is pick up. Then speak up, increase the volume. Get back. I'm going to call you back, right? With a relevant information. You ask me something, I said, I'm going to get back to you. So I'm going to search on it, I'm going to read on it, and I'm going to get back to you, right? Next, put through. Specifically, we use this when there's a con call. What is a con call? Conference call. Suppose I want to talk to 2 other people or maybe 3 people together. There, we use this word. You put through someone, right? Hold on. You wait for a moment. Break up. To become inaudible. Right now, you all were saying, right, ma'am, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. You were saying that, right? Isn't it? Instead use. Ma'am, your voice was breaking up. See? Live example here. Put yourselves on mute though. You'll be able to hear me. All right. Hang up. Hang up is really not a very, you should not be hanging up on someone, right? Don't do that. And even if you're very furious, do not hang up. I hung up today and I apologize. I shared the experience with you, isn't it? So do not hang up on anyone. That is rude and uncourteous. Okay. Now let us go to the next slide. Okay. Hang on. Give me a second.
Ma'am.
We'll come back to you. We'll have a Q&A session later. Okay. I think that's Suhani. We'll come back to you. Okay.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, etiquette for sneezing the correct way. Nowadays, everybody sneezes and coughs. We do that a lot. You're not supposed to do it, but that's all right. It's a part of life, but we do that the correct way. What is the correct way? Use your arm and the forearm. Use your arm and forearm, okay, if you do not have a kerchief. If you have a kerchief, use that. But if you do not have one, use your arm and forearm. Do not sneeze out in public and release those germs for everybody to inhale. Don't do that. That's not right. Please don't do that. Next, use a kerchief. Keep a kerchief always with you whenever you go out. Keep a tissue, box of tissues or, handkerchief or anything. And best is if you are at home, do not use any tissue or handkerchief. Go to the washroom, blow your nose, get out all those boogers out and come back and sit and enjoy your day. All right, do that. Next, what do we have next? Oh my God, what is he doing? Oh my God, I have seen kids doing that, That is not right. What is he doing? He's picking his nose or digging his nose. Both are correct. That index finger of yours should not get into your nose, okay? These are not index fingers, okay? Use a kerchief. Picking nose is a big no-no. Use a kerchief instead. Always do that. Okay, I will not ask who does it, but I know almost all the kids, whenever they have time, they'll put that finger into the nose and then start digging inside. I don't know what jewelry you're going to get inside, man. Nothing's there, all right? Clean your nose. Go to the washroom. Blow it off, all right? There you go. Let us dine the fine way. I love food, okay? I'm a foodie and I love to eat. But there's a certain way to eat, So let's learn. How do we do that? Okay, there you go. Now, before I start here, we all know what are these called? This is a fork and a knife and a spoon, right? And the fork, just let me get a fork. I have kept it ready with me here. These are called as tines, these coming out with which we actually pick up the pieces of food, right? These are called as tines, 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 right? Okay, now let's go next. Keep your elbows off the table at all times. This is a golden rule of eating etiquette, of dining etiquette. Elbows off the table. ऐसे नहीं खाने का, all right? ऐसे बैठ के खाने का. You sit straight, okay? Be firm elbows off the table. Always, always, right? Next, place the napkin on your lap. Here, I'm going to tell you something. Now, this is a napkin I have. It's a proper napkin, right? Now, generally, there are different ways of folding the, of napkin folding, and they're kept always on the left side of the plate, always. But there are times when they also put it on the plate. That is also correct. Okay, depends on the kind of dining you're going to go to, right? Now, what do? You never ever put it here, stuck it in your collar. You don't do that. Please don't do that. You open it completely, right? You open it completely, put it on your lap. You put it on the lap, all right? And you never put it here. And even when you put it on your lap, especially men, boys, right? The male gender, do not tuck it in your belts. You don't. All right? Okay. Now, there is something else to it. If suppose your napkin is really big, what do? You do not open the entire napkin. You do not do that. You open it just one fold, right? You open it one fold, and do you see the corners? These two corners. What do you do with the corners? They face yourself, right? The outer part, the folded part, faces outside. The inner part, which, these two, when they're joining, these two, they face yourself towards the body. Okay? Small napkin, this is basically the one which I have is a small napkin. The small napkin entirely opens up and then you put it on your lap. But if it is a bigger napkin than this, you just open it one fold, right? And this part goes towards your body. Okay? So, here we are done. Another thing. This is also very important, children. I'll tell you. Suppose you're having a nice meal, okay? But you need to use the powder room, lavatory, toilet, washroom, whatever you call it. Call it by any name. So suppose you want to go to the powder room and you want to leave the place, right? What do? Where do you keep the napkin? You keep the napkin always on the chair you're sitting on, right? You get up, you keep the napkin, okay, loosely folded, just like this. Keep it on the chair. And then you push the chair a little inside and then you go, right? After you finish your meal, what do? You do not put the napkin on the chair. What do? You put the napkin loosely, do not fold it. Do not show your folding skills at the end of the meal. Don't do that. So you just hold it like this, keep it on the left side of your plate, right? Of your dinner plate, on the left side you keep it. This shows that you are done. Okay? This is important. Next, gently dab your lips with the napkin. Do not rub it. Very, very important. Okay? And there are a few rules to it, The major rule is whenever you are going to reach out for the glass of water or glass of juice or whatever, right? When you reach out for the glasses, always dab your lips with the napkin you have. That is a golden rule. Okay? Always do that. So, and how do you dab it? Suppose I have it here. I have it here on my lap. Just take a little. You can also hold it like this. Take a finger like this and just tap a little. 1, 2, 3, and voila, you're done. Okay? Ghisna nahi hai. You're not supposed to. You're not on a dusting spree here. Okay? Take colon and dust around. We're not going to do that. What are we going to do? Just dab a little. That's it. And put it back. Once you're done, hold it like this on the left side of your plate. And always dab your lips before you reach out for the drink. Okay? Now, we eat the soup, not drink it. Oh yes, absolutely, children. Soup piya nahi jata, khaya jata hai. Okay? And I'm going to show you again something here. I have a soup bowl and a soup spoon. I'm going to show you how the soup you take and how you put it in your mouth. You don't, generally हम क्या करते हैं? हम ऐसे लेते हैं, right? Inwards लेते हैं और फिर मुंह में डालते हैं. This is what we do. Don't do that. Today you learn how you actually eat your soup. You take it outwards. हम बाहर की तरफ लेते हैं. Always, right? You take it outwards and then you put it in your mouth. right? Enjoy that wonderful hot and sour soup or whichever soup you like, right? So what you do, you take it out. You never take it in. I hope I am audible and I hope you all are on the same page.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. Can I see a thumbs up, everybody? Come on.
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You know the rule. Thumbs up, everybody. Come on. Okay. Good job. So you take it out. You don't. You never take it in. Okay, children. And another thing. कोई भी soup, your soup bowl or your plates, your dinner plate or your quarter plate, do not lift it up the table. Please don't do that. कि थोड़ा सा soup बचा है तो don't do that. Please. I'm requesting you. That is really, really unfair to the soup and the bowl and the soup spoon. Don't do that. Keep it down. जितना उठता है उतना ही उठाओ. नहीं उठ रहा है, let it be. Thank you so much. Please don't unmute. I told you it's very difficult to correspond if you unmute, darling. Thank you. So you take it out and put it in your mouth. There we go. Next, what do we have next? Take small bites and chew with your mouth closed. We all know that. But जब बहुत भूख लगती है तो अच्छे से खा लेते हैं. कभी-कभी चलता है. It's okay. At home, no one's around. It's all right. At times you do it when you're very hungry. You actually hog on food. But you go to a fine dine restaurant and then you do not hog on food. Okay, baby. What do? You take small bites. Right? Always. When you use fork, remember the entire fork, the time part of it the entire thing does not go into your mouth. It does not. You bite it. Okay? Again, somebody's unmuted. Don't do that, please. You pick up the food, you bite with your teeth and take it out. You do that. The whole thing doesn't go inside your mouth. Don't do that, okay? Now, what do we have next? Never reach across others. Please don't do that. Okay, you're sitting here. There is tandoori naan here. There is maybe rice over there. And we have mushroom in the end. You want the mushroom. So marathon nahi karna hai. Ekdam daud ke gaye mushroom liya. Don't do that. Okay. Ask the other person who's sitting next to you to pass it over. Right? Do that. Ask the other person. Ask whoever is sitting with you, whoever is dining with you, or maybe the waiter or the waitress. Call them. They can help you with it. But never reach across the food. It's a big no-no. Don't do that. Right? Let's go forward. Oh my God, what do we have here? We have all ketchups. We have mustard and ketchup, and we have mayonnaise. Wow, that's nice. But you know, there is certain etiquette to it too. Okay, what is that? Let us see. Okay, I see pizzas and I see fries and wafers out there. The first picture, what is she doing? What is she or he, whatever, is doing? Reaching out. What exactly I told you, right? She is crossing that thing, that pizza. She's crossing that and taking the ketchup. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. How do you do it? In the second picture where there is a green tick, you all see that, right? So there should not be anything between you and the ketchup or the food that is kept in front of you. But this way of taking ketchup is only acceptable when the ketchup is served in a bowl for everybody. Okay, right? And especially for tortillas, for chips, for wafers, you can use that, right? However, let's come to the next picture. Now there's a plate of croissant over there, and we have ketchup here. Here also the ketchup is served in a bowl. However, there is a knife kept to it, next to it, right? What do? You pick up the ketchup with the knife always. You do not use the spoon. You do not use the fork. Always pick up ketchup. Okay, can we have the Q&A's later? Let me finish it off, please. Okay. We will listen to you, each one of you. Get ready with your questions, but let me finish. Right? Okay. So use your knife to pick up and directly do not apply it on your sandwich or your croissant or whatever you're eating, burritos, gyros, whatever you're eating. Do not put it directly on that. Put it on the plate and take it from the plate. Okay? उसको लेके प्लेट पे रखेंगे, प्लेट से लेके आप लगा के फिर खाएंगे. This is how you should be using ketchup always, right? Okay. I love this part. I just love it. So what do we have here? Before I go forward with the language of cutlery, the cutlery speaks, I'm telling you, there's a certain language to it. They are non-living things, but they say a lot of things, right? Now here, always remember when you have a knife and a fork and a knife, they face towards each other. This thing of the knife, the sharp cutting edge of the knife should always face the fork, right? The fork should be straight. It should not be upside down, right? Another thing, the correct way to hold a fork is the index finger should be at the stem of the fork. It should be like this, right? You hold it, you put your index finger on the stem and it goes downwards. This is how you pick it up and you put it in your mouth. But when you keep it on a plate, it should be facing upwards. All right? It's very easy. I'll do that again. The tines should go down. Pick it up, put it in your mouth, just a little part of it. You pull it out with your teeth, right? And what you do, when you keep it back, you keep it face up. You do it, okay? So the first thing, pause. Suppose you're eating, it's a fine dine. Before I go forward, I want to tell you something. You must be wondering, why do we need to know the language of cutlery? Isn't it? We don't really use knife and fork that often, except for the pancakes and the French omelets, or maybe frittatas often. But we all believe, in DPS Jankipuram, we believe all you children going to be amazing, amazing people, in coming years. Somebody might get an Oscar and go for an Oscar night, a dining with the Oscar awardees. Somebody might be a Nobel Prize winner. The other one might be a great Hollywood star or, a nice, amazing photographer, which people know of, right? Or maybe an author, maybe an amazing scientist. So when you become all of that, you need to know these things. You need to know what the cutlery speaks, how the cutlery speaks, right? So we believe that you people will be amazing one day, and that's why we're teaching you this today. All right, remember this, okay? Make us proud. Okay, now, the first thing, suppose a plate is kept in front of you and you don't want to eat for some time, you want to take a break. That is what you do. It is called as a 4-8 position. Imagine a clock. Imagine a clock, right? 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So what do? The knife is like this, the fork is like this. 4, 8. Okay? And believe me, this 4-8 thing, I have devised it so that you can remember it easily. Okay? Then we have waiting for the next meal. Suppose you're done with the starters. You're waiting for the next meal for those lamb chops or maybe risotto. You're waiting for all of that. What do? You keep on the plate, you put it just like that. Okay? Knife is here on the top. You keep the fork. You're waiting for the next meal. And that waiter, that steward, he will understand. He'll come to you. He'll take your plate away, get you a fresh plate. This is how it works, right? Then, you're amazing. The meal was great. Suppose you go to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant and you're so happy that you ate that, right? The meal was impeccable, amazing. Wow. So what do? You just keep it in the horizontal position. पहले knife, fork रहता है, फिर knife रहता है. Okay? They're parallel to each other and the inside of the knife is facing the fork. Okay? This means the meal was great. Voila, you did a great job, chef. All right? Now, meal is over. You're done with the meal, you're done with the dessert, and you're going to leave your place. What do? The first thing what you do is, I told you about this, right? On the left. And the same way, this is again in parallel, they're parallel to each other, but they're right now in the horizontal position. Sorry, vertical here. You can keep it vertical to each other. Okay? Now, did not enjoy the meal. I did not like the paneer. I did not like dal makhni. I did not like the pizza dessert. I didn't like it much, So what do? There's a way to say it. All you have to do is put this inside the tines, all right, and keep it on the plate. That is enough for the chef to know, that is enough for the steward to know that you did not really like the food, or the waiter, waitress who is serving you, right? I hope you will remember this. This is very important. As I told you, in DPS Jankipuram, we believe every child will be amazing one day. And you need to know this. That's why we're teaching you today. Now, dining is an art, of course. Dining is definitely an art, right? And the one who cooks is an artist. So today, thank your parents, your mother especially, they cook for you, right? Thank them. Say, Mama, you're an artist. Okay? And this is how we set a table. Very, very easy. We all know that salad fork, dinner fork. Now here, salad fork, there are times when salad fork will only have 3 times. Generally, the dinner fork will have 4 times, specifically when you're a meat eater, right, non-vegetarian, then they have 4 times generally. And there are 3 times for the salad fork. Here they have shown 4 times, absolutely acceptable. And if there is a 2-time fork, that is basically a fruit fork or a prawn fork, right, is used to take out prawns, right? If you have, okay, let's not talk about prawns here. The next, on the right of the plate, we have the dinner knife. We have the teaspoon and the soup spoon, right? We have that. Now, the water glass, here we have written wine glass for you, juices, okay? Whatever drink you want to have, you can have Coke, you can have Limca, you can have a juice, you can have sugarcane juice, that's very good. So if they serve you, it will be always on the top right, okay? Let's see the next picture here. There you go. Here we have plates in the center. We have 2 forks on the left. We have the knife here. We have, again, the spoons kept here. Here, the position of the spoon is a little different, but here I'm telling you here, the last spoon is definitely the soup spoon, because soup spoons, they have a broad, they're broad in the front, right? So it's smaller in size, but it is a soup spoon. Now, what I want to show you here is, on the top left, you see another plate. That is, and there is a knife there, but this knife is a butter knife. So when you go for an English breakfast, right, or you're going to IHOP or whichever, where they serve you proper English breakfast, then what you do get this kind of a plate kept. Why do you get it? Or even for dinners also, right? You pick up the piece of bread or whatever you want to eat, keep it there and butter it on that plate itself. Okay, you do it. It is specifically designed for buttering your bread. Okay, so I hope you all will remember this. And what you can do today, you can lay the table like this. Okay, once your mama makes khana for you, dinner is ready, serve, you help her to lay the table. Okay, another thing about dinners. We generally think dinner raat ko khaya jata hai. That's what we think, right? But that's really not true, you know. Dinner is basically, just give me 1 second. Dinner is basically the largest meal of the day. Okay? Okay, everybody? So I hope you enjoyed the session. Please have a wonderful evening. Drink your evening milk, chocolate milk, whatever you have in the evening, please. Have a good evening. Have a good night. See you again.
Ma'am, the class is very good.
Thank you so much for saying that.